Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create mermaid tail physics and bones. So let's get started. First, select the mermaid tail mesh and make sure it's weighted to the hips. As you can see here, it's weighted completely to the hips. Then select, leave just a little bit, so this is gonna be weighted to the hips, and then select everything below that. Select, make sure you don't select the bones, just select the mesh completely except for that part above. Then go to Edit, Plugin, User, Skirt Plugin, and Automatic Curved Surface Plugin. Then select PMXE model and Get model. Then in circle, place 1 for height depending on how lower poly it is or how high poly it is. It's how many you're gonna place. The lower the polygons, I suggest a lower number. The higher the polygons, I suggest a higher number so that it's smoother. In this case, I'm gonna choose 12. Actually 13. And then in here, make sure that it's set to the hip bone and that it's set to the hip physics. And then here, just name it however you want. In my case, I'm going to choose tail. And make sure that you place the same name in every spot. In the last one, make sure you place tail, but you leave this symbol. And then press initialize. Once it loads, select anchor start point. And now we're gonna turn the joints on and we're gonna deselect the vertices. So that way we don't select any vertices, but we can only select the joints. I'm gonna hide the vertices so you can see better. And now make sure that you scale it in the x-axis and in the z-axis to make only like one line. So you can see here. Then now we're gonna place it, we're gonna in the y-axis, we're gonna increase it and place, as you see here, we have 4 joints. This joint will be here where it starts, and then this joint will be here where it ends. But we have to select all 4 and then move them. And make sure you have it in the middle if you can, so that it moves along with the mermaid tail. And once you're done adjusting, go back to this window and press again anchor and play. And now your physics and joints and bones have been created. Hit apply. And then just close the window. Then we're gonna go to bones. Already set. You already have your bones, your physics and everything. You can adjust. I highly recommend select changing the group I'm gonna change it to 12 and selecting a non-collision group. Selecting a non-collision group is very important. For this one, if it intersects with the hip bone, make sure that this one also has checked the same group type as the hip bone. I'm also going to do the same for the second one. I'm going to choose sphere and just adjust it to your taste. I'll fix everything else later on, but as you can see, that's pretty much. Now you're actually set. You don't have to do anything else after adjusting it and everything else. You can mess around with this if you want, but these settings are okay. Another extra step you can do is add eye keybones so that it's easier to move. So let's go to the tail physics. We're gonna right click on the invisible bone, go to add, and then add a replica. We're gonna name this eye key. Then we're gonna select the bones, the tail bones only, except for the invisible bones. Right click on them and select index copy. Select the copy we created that we named eye key. We're gonna activate move, eye key, and display. In the eye key section in target, place the number of the invisible bone. In loop, write 100, and in unit angle, write 0.99949. In link, we're gonna right click the box and then select index copy from adding. And now we have an eye key bone system. Now make sure to save this and make sure to go to MMD and test it. Here I loaded the tail, and if I select the eye key bone and I'm gonna move it, as you can see, it can be moved. It's a bit blocky, but this is because I selected very small amount of bones. But the more bones I place, the more physics it would have, so the more heavy the model is on computers that are older or that don't have a high graphics card and RAM and etc. And if I enable physics here, as you can see, they are created. As I said, it's blocky because I chose less physics, and the tail itself is not that high poly. And if I move it, as you can see, it moves with the hips. And that's it. That's how you create mermaid tail bones and physics. A little extra note to make, you can also do these settings in the joints. Select all the joints and then add to in rotation -10, 10, -10, 10, -10, and 10. And then save your model. And this is what it looks like in MMD. It looks a bit different than the other one. It's more heavy, it takes more strength. The other one's more floaty like if it was underwater, while this one it's more as if it was in dry land. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to get notified for more tutorials. Bye bye.